this comes down to a tie of some sort.
Yeah, the main thing is you want to control your own destiny, and Spain still
needs to
control
yeah.
their own destiny if they win tonight and then they win their next one. But then again, Montenegro, what a great story they are. The way they came out, they came from behind and got the win over Greece and did it convincingly. Spain coming out and being introduced now. Cristina Uvino, what kind of changes will Miguel Mendez make tonight? He said, we're going to play better. Silvia Dominguez comes out, the veteran Alba Torrens, Pearl Casas. You know, Spain and Montenegro, since Montenegro's became a federation and started playing in the FIBA Women's EuroBasket, they've had some interesting games. 2011, Montenegro beat them in the EuroBasket. It really ruined Spain's year, prevented them from going to the Olympics in London.
I remember that, yep.
And since that point, Spain have won the last three, but one of those was very close in 2015, 75-74. And that was in the quarterfinal, that was in the knockout round. So that was, you know, take nothing for granted in these games. And the way Montenegro played in that game the other day, boy, it's not a good time to play them. We're going to have a pause in the commentary for the playing of the national anthems. Oh, the looks on the faces of those Spanish players. They look angry, they look hungry, and Montenegro, they look confident. So let's just say we're in for a good one as the teams meet at midcourt.
Well, Spain definitely got some bumps and bruises and cuts. Laura Gil, or Gil, however you would like to say her name, a split underneath her chin, and we'll just have a look. And the third team on the floor is the referees.
Absolutely, and the crew chief tonight, Paulo Marques from Portugal, Cecilia Tot from Hungary, and Marek Kugelček from Slovakia. And here we go. It's going to be Natasha Mack, Zivkovic, Vujovic, Vucetić, and Jovanovic in the starting five. And a lot of important players coming off the bench. Mack defensively was terrific, especially.
She had those three huge blocks, didn't she, versus Greece. She had 12.7 rebounds and those 4 assists. Real strong. She did get into foul trouble early. She had to be, sending herself to the bench, but she came back strong.
But Jelena Skarjevic, the coach, the former point guard, what she liked about Mack was she came to play in crunch time, in money time. And that was a big reason why they were able to get that win over Greece. So Coach Mendez tonight is going to have his starting five, and for Spain is Alba Torrens, Puyol Casas, Cazorla, Carrera, and Laura Gil. And just what a warrior performance she put in the other night. It was awesome, even in defeat.
Yep, and I spoke about it just then. She got a bust lip, her chin, sorry, had to go back in the locker room and get stitches. And then also Dominguez got hit, and there you see it right under her chin. She's got a plaster, band-aid, but she had 20 points. She was incredible. She had the double-double with 10 rebounds, but she did it all. She tried her best to will her team against Latvia, but she just didn't have enough.
But what Miguel Mendez will tell you, and what everybody will tell you in Spain, is that is not Laura Gil. Laura Gil is the enforcer throughout her career, the player that puts her nose where it's not wanted, makes the dirty play. She's not the player that's always been counted on to score, but Spain were so desperate that somebody had to step up, and it was Laura Gil.
Yeah.
Unbelievable performance.
From the three-point line, and then also she had some fantastic drives.
Right side. Let's cross to the left. Number 14. No, push to the left.
Look at that, 16 offensive rebounds against Greece, and that was the biggest problem that Greece had trying to cope.
Oh yeah, they were tremendous on the boards. Is that your meal ticket from yesterday? Talking about meals, I didn't have dinner because it's Shabbat here in Israel. They celebrate on a Saturday.
You saw the little number there for Spain, and it's okay, you can miss a meal.
It's true, I can. It's not going to hurt me, is it? But this is our fourth game of the day, and we've had a fantastic time here at the Women's EuroBasket. Game after game, it's been sensational. And even the game before this, in this group, Latvia versus Greece, really came down to the last few moments. And now this last game of the day, before the day off tomorrow, is going to be so important, and especially for Spain. Spain need this win to tie the group with one win, and if Montenegro can come in and steal the second, they are on top of the group and feeling real good as it goes into a day off.
Well, just been a really interesting FIBA Women's EuroBasket, the results we've been getting. I mean, Greece bouncing back to beat Latvia today.
Turkey.
Falling. Turkey came from behind late to beat Hungary in that sensational contest. Germany right now have come from behind now to lead Slovenia, the host in Ljubljana, in danger of going to 0-2. Italy bounced back, winning against Israel. Belgium just playing like the best team in the world right now, winning convincingly over the Czech Republic. Good evening, everybody. If you're just joining us here in Tel Aviv, it is 8:45 p.m. and the Shabbat has started and the game has started. And it's Montenegro attacking the basket to the left, wearing the dark uniforms, and already driving in and making a nuisance of herself was Bozica Mujovic. Can Spain get some offense from somebody else not named Laura Gil? Here's Torrens missing from the baseline. Ivanovic rebounds.
Mujovic is such a strong player here with the ball. She's tough.
Ivanovic comes out and knocks down her first jump shot as well.
Oh, they're feeling good. They come out hot in the first minute. Montenegro up, should be 4-0 once they change the score on the screen.
Cazorla, she's bounced past to Gil. Outside, Torrens for three, and that's experience right there. She is not afraid to play the game.
Real high arcing shot, and that was very intelligent of Gil. She knew the defense had collapsed on her and found Torrens.
I say that because sometimes maybe some teams might get a little nervous. Oh dear, bad start, 4-0, we got beat the other day. This isn't going to be our year, but Torrens just keeps playing. Mujovic, she comes out and hits her first jump shot.
Or you could maybe get a little bit nervous again if Mujovic, the first three shots that Montenegro have taken, they've made.
Cazorla. Oh, nice handoff to Gil. Laura Gil.
Good, solid. Good patience.
I don't think Spain could have as many offensive struggles as they had against Latvia. It just doesn't seem possible. Latvia's defense was excellent, but Spain really couldn't get anything going. Here comes Montenegro again. Jovanovic gets swatted out of, oh no, and she just gets the ball as well. Raquel Carrera. That's when the blocks are really good, when you get the ball as well. Cazorla passes it to Carrera. Passes it back outside to Rins. And instead of rushing it, Carrera missed a lot of shots inside the other night. Here's Torrens. Banks in the three.
She's coming to play. She isn't playing no game. Spain, a focus. And Torrens says, hey, the bank's open even at 8:45.
The bank's open. I'm going to make a deposit. Jovanovic. So Montenegro started well, making their shots, but Spain all of a sudden have the wind in their sails. Gil, Jovanovic took the contact, went over, no call. Here's Torrens again. Oh, great job, Jovanovic knocking it out, but unlike the other day when Montenegro were beating Greece to all the loose balls, this time Spain beat Montenegro to the basketball. Cazorla drifts in, banks it in.
Good answer. Spain are now up. They're finding their feet.
Cazorla played 4 seasons at the University of Oregon. She'll be playing at Prague next year, having had a great stay with Salamanca. And the ball goes out of bounds over to Spain. And I think this is important, and I think it's, you know, Spain, they had the look. They're like, we weren't ready to play the other night. Tonight is going to be a different story. And they do look ready tonight.
Yeah, and you said that. They look real focused even in their warm-up and national anthem. And they look at...
Look at Torrens driving. Gil, again, wisely, brings it back out, doesn't force it up. Torrens. Shot clock down to 2. Gil, the left hand. Montenegro hold firm that time. Mujovic gets blocked by Gil. Ball falls to Zivkovic, or no, Jovanovic, excuse me. You know, Zivkovic hasn't had any touches yet.
No, she hasn't, and she was great for them yesterday.
Oh, wonderful play by Casas, but the foul was before the shot. Just the mentality is just so different from Spain tonight.
Yeah, Zivkovic had 14 points yesterday. So yeah, you're right, she hasn't had a shot yet, but she's not needed to. And here we see Max. Quick look up to Jovanovic. But you're right, Spain are focused and they need to be. They can't.
Wow, Zivkovic, here she is, getting the basketball. A chance to go back in front Montenegro if they can knock down a 3 or just tie it with a 2. They're going to put up the 3, and it's a little long. And again, not quite as many offensive rebounds yet from Montenegro. Such a big part of their game against Greece. Oh, nice pass, Casas! Boy, I don't even recognize this Spain team from what we saw the other night.
This is what we needed. I'm so happy to see this. I couldn't take 2 days in a row. Spain playing Spanish basketball, but they're focused.
I don't know. I was tossing and turning last night. I couldn't get it out of my mind how poorly they played compared to what we're used to. What a pass from Quirrell Casas. And Laura Gil is probably their MVP of this tournament so far. The dish. Nice catch and basket from Natasha Mack. The Mack attack.
Mack attack, Mujovic with a beautiful dime.
Casas again. Oh, good hands reaching in. Vucevic, rather, excuse me. Torrens, high arcing shot, a little long. Good job battling her way for the rebound, Mack. Now Zivkovic, see if she can get involved in the offense a little bit. Good D from Casas. The energy is there, and then Terence tries to pass it up on the break.
What a smart play by Mujovic there. Just anticipated the ball very well.
Vucinic for three!
Well, Montenegro also came to play, Jeff.
They did indeed. Vucinic is a wide awake, alive and kicking. Germany have beaten Slovenia, who are now 0-2. Slovenia is Germany's first win. Carrera hits it in the lane.
And it's important Carrera starts to get going for this team. She was one of the players that have, you know, she was second team EuroLeague. She's a big part of this Spanish team.
Vucinic. Posting up, fouled by Mujovic.
Well, here comes some subs. That's a nice little drop-off pass. It's now Conde and the super vet, Dominguez, the fine wine.
Yeah. Finer, better with age. Been long for so many of those wins for Spain over the years. Yeah. Here's Conde, kind of an enigma. Wrapped in a riddle, is that what it is? Conde?
Yeah, I just think, you know, she hasn't got to her game. She's usually great in passing lanes, and she gets out, steals the ball, easy layups. A little bit struggling.
Mujovic, the jumper. Here's Conde. Lekovic also had a nice game the other day against Greece. She's in the game, number 25. Feisty, full of energy. Casas has brought a new dimension to Spain tonight with her movement, her passing. Spain not standing around. Here goes Dominguez. She's going to have to put it up. Oh, she gets it to Carrera. Good play, good defense rather by Montenegro.
And we saw Spain miss a lot of those easy layups yesterday.
Mujovic, shot clock about to expire. They got to launch it. Jovanovic, tough rebound.
I need Jovanovic to get hot. She's in all-time three-point shots under Frida Elderbrink from Sweden. She's on 48, and the record is 49, Jeff.
Neal already with 4 rebounds to go with her 4 points. Whistle blows and the foul called. I mean, Spain simply need players like Conde especially to step up off the bench. Lavinia, I mean, they've all got to play better off the bench than they played the other night.
Well, the good thing is the only way is up, right?
Yeah, like the movie.
Right, the only way is up, and they could only get better.
It sounds like a song. Here we go.
I'm not a good singer, so I won't try.
There's Conde, right on cue. She's got to bring something to the table.
And that's more like slicing to the rim. Lovely finish. Good job, Conde.
That was like up, up and away.
No.
There you go.
They don't want that.
Yeah. Kovacevic, number 3 into the game. She was terrific. Oh, that was a chest bump from
Conde.
Oh, wow. Well, at least she's involved.
Well, Spain saying that she wasn't shooting.
It's true. I mean,
but also she got hit so bad. How are you supposed to shoot that?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see it again, but interesting. Ivanovic takes advantage. I mean, it's a pretty hard knock. Ivanovic didn't score from the outside as well the other day, but she did a lot in other areas.
Yeah, she only had 1 3. I think she attempted 3, maybe 4. I needed her to score a few more because I want her to get that record, Jeff.
Dominguez.
Good ball movement.
Conde counted. What a difference it makes to have a player coming off the bench that scores on the drive, that hits the three-pointer.
Different team, right? This is the Spain that are ranked power ranking #1.
Power ranking #1 and #4 in the FIBA world ranking, and that's how the first quarter finishes. I mean, Montenegro still right there, but they're encountering a much more determined Spain tonight. Spain lead at 19-14 at the end of the first quarter.
Well, Jeff, I think we're seeing a different Spain, and I'm so thankful that we are, because yesterday wasn't like themselves, and they need this win. They came out with Torrance hitting those tough shots, showing that she means business. And then, like you've spoken about, Conde coming off the bench, making some good shots. Dominguez coming off and showing some good light. And here's the first quarter best players, and it was all Montenegro the first 5 to 6 points. They came out strong. They hit their first 3 shots. And then it was all Spain. Look at this. Torrance, high arcing 3-point shot. But good start from Spain. I'm glad to hear that, because I couldn't bear to see another game. But the thing is, they're going to be in for a fight, Jeff. This Montenegro team are going to fight until the very end. And also, they're trying to go for 2 wins so they can put themselves potentially in a place to win out in this group. It's pretty important. So it's something to play for both teams.
I suppose as FIBA Women's EuroBaskets go, though, I mean, when you go back and look at your long and rich history of FIBA Women's EuroBaskets, whether it's playing or covering them, you always kind of knew who the contending teams were. It's just wide open this year, with the exception of Belgium. They look better than anybody. Hey, scanning the barcode to get courtside 1891 on your smartphone, video stream, scores, and so much more.
Yeah, I would agree with you. Yeah, I think the strongest team overall in our group, on this side in Israel, Tel Aviv, has been Belgium. They've meant business from the get-go. They haven't wavered. They've looked fantastic. They looked all on the same page, great chemistry. But then also this Montenegro team, obviously yesterday, tough. And they look it again today.
Is there such a thing as peaking too soon?
Yes, there is.
Like peaking at the Christmas turkey?
Yeah, Great Britain peaked too early in the Olympic Games, 2012.
Yeah, something tells me Belgium have not peaked too early. The pass as the second quarter gets underway goes from Conde off the hands of Laura Gil and out of bounds. And also checking into the game for Montenegro, Stepanovic, number 24.
Kovacevic, also number 3, is in the game.
Zibaljevic also in the game, number 4. Kovacevic, who is just a terrific competitor on the boards. There she is, putting him in a spin cycle.
Lovely little finish from her. Took her time down there. Poise. Lovely finish. A down 3, Montenegro.
Slovenia loses it, able to get it back. Dominguez over to Ginzo on the baseline. And goes out of bounds off of Montenegro. So a new 14 for Spain. Will know the majority of these Spanish players because plays at Cetis in Spain. It's your club, Ginzo.
You know what's crazy is Skerovic, Montenegro's coach, called that out of bounds play. Spain gets the steal.
Good job, Lekovic stepping in front of Dominguez to stop the break. Here's Ginzo again. They're just Spain crying out, I think, for Ginzo especially, because they're able to feed her the basketball to get involved in that offense. Look at Laia Palau where they're sitting behind Coach Miguel Mendez. What's she thinking about? Boy, I'm glad I'm over here now, not out there.
She's, what is she, 42 now?
She's a young buck. Oh, the three-pointer from Uviña is good. Timeout Montenegro. Spain delivering a little bit of pain here early in the second quarter. Let's go down to the huddle.
Ej, igramo dva. Marija, Učko, Bojana, Šćepo, Bojana, okej? Bojana, ti si tuga. Učko, izađi. Bojana, blok. Šćepo, uđi ovdje dolje. Božo, izađi ovdje. Igraj, Mare, okej? Igraj. Bojana, otvori se na pop. Jelo, uđi. Božo, izađi. Imamo, Šćepo, stani. Imaš ovdje, Marija, imaš pop ovdje na Bojanu. Bojana, ako ne biješ, zakucaj ovdje.
So looking at those replays of Spain and Uviña stroking it from deep, I think it's the mindset. I'm convinced that's the mindset. And that's probably where Mendez has really done some good work since that last game. He's got these players believing in themselves again.
But also they just needed a good start. You know, they needed to see shots fall, the ball go through the net.
Lekovic drives in. I don't know if Dominguez thought some help was coming, but Lekovic got in for an easy one. No look pass, Conde. She's doing it all. She's even gotten Ginzo involved. Who gets her first bucket?
Yeah, much better from Conde. Confidence is completely different. Came off as a killer.
Ball goes out of bounds. Back to Spain. I think they also now need to get Quevedo involved.
No look pass, finish.
You know, in fairness to Montenegro, I mean, if you're saying that if they're getting a backlash right now from Spain, I mean, they're still in there. They're only down 6 points. Conde picks it up. Here goes Uviña. She's not shy. She banks it in. That's a two.
Incredible.
The bank has been open tonight for Spain all night long.
And just a different team. We've spoken about it. The confidence. There's a little pep in their step. They're playing for each other. They're communicating. Great basketball.
Matt can't catch it. Uviña off to the races. Great job. Lekovic stepping in front again, this time of Uviña. Before it was Dominguez to force the turnover. But I think Mendez has to like the fact that we're seeing some Spain getting some turnovers, forcing the tempo.
And Spain is doing a great job on Mac as well.
Lekovic from the corner. Mac Ball falls to her. She goes up and scores. Uvinia, not shy about getting in there. Goes down hard. She's worn the face mask before.
Oh, yeah, she has. I remember that.
Here's the drive. Ball goes out of bounds.
Good minutes from number 20. Paola Ginzo, she goes to the bench.
Here goes Mujovic.
No way, no way. I'm not sure about that. Refereeing and being solid. I would like to see that again if it's possible. Maybe might not have time. Yes, we do. Let's see. No. She takes the bump. She takes the contact. And Uvina sells it. I'll let the referees, they've had only one bad call this whole tournament, and that is fine. Could have gone either way.
Uvinia trying to play fast, gets in, tried to go off the glass. Conde with the rebound. Uvinia higher on the shot is good. Palau liking it from the bench.
Yep, and Uvinia in a different lane right now. Spain,
Lekovic.
5-7, sorry.
Conde, look at that. Boy, unrecognizable. She's unrecognizable. Spain's unrecognizable. Spain, dare we say, have arrived. A little late, but not too late.
Still a party going on down in EuroBasket in Tel Aviv.
Kovacevic drives in and she's fouled by Quevedo.
And it's better that Spain play like that yesterday than near the end. Like, they needed kind of a fire, flame lit under them. And definitely somebody who's been lit is Conde. She is a whole new woman, and so is Uvinia there with that shot, and she fist pumps the air, and so does that legend. She writes it down on her stat sheet and says, yep, perfect. But a good 11-point lead here. Can Montenegro just chip away in this last 4 minutes, 46 seconds? And they're gonna need that free throw as it gets the friendly bounce.
Kovacevic takes her time and gets the second to go. So right now, Montenegro just wants to stay within striking distance here. She's got to keep competing. They got to start winning in those areas, but they were winning yesterday on the boards, getting some more defensive pressure. Cathorla's attempt goes in and out. Zivkovic steps back. She's been a non-factor so far. Here's Uvinia. Quevedo, bounce pass. Look at him pass it. Cathorla. Tried to, well, she almost banked it in. I'm not sure she tried to do that.
They get the rebound and a second look.
Oh, look at the bounce pass. Quevedo and Conde delivers once again.
Fantastic minutes from Conde. That back door, yeah, really nice finish.
Lekovic, tough move from Lekovic. Wow. She has been impressive at this EuroBasket.
this. Puts her head down, takes the contact, finishes.
I mean,
makes her way to the line, yes?
She's in the running for the best young player in this tournament, I'll tell you that right now. 19 years of age.
She's a baby.
And she doesn't look like she's 19 the way she's playing. She's not.
Also, Skerovic, the head coach of Montenegro, obviously played for them for many years, but you can just see her. She's still being a point guard as a coach. She's talking to her team right there on the sideline on the offense. It's really cool to see.
Conde, I've seen her play like this before, but in recent times I haven't seen her play that well, and she is now playing like one of the best players in Europe in this spell. Wow,
It was needed.
Electric.
It was time. We've asked who else can step up other than Lara Kiel, and she is doing it right now.
Lekovic drives in. You know, this time last year, she was playing at the FIBA Under-20 Women's European Championship Division B, averaging 14.6 points, 4.4 assists. Talking about Lekovic, here's Conde.
Lekovic, yeah.
The count. Count that.
Lekovic will go to the bench. Great minutes from her.
Very impressive. They've got a nice player on their hands. So you've got Mujovic, you've got, you know, the point guard position is so important. Mujovic is so tough, but gosh, Lekovic, I think, is just as tough as Mujovic. Mujovic is on the bench watching and enjoying it. Carrera, there's Gil. Not gonna be denied, yes he is. Good job by the people coming off the bench for Montenegro.
Need a sub.
And Lekovic knocks it out of bounds.
Oh, we've got a timeout.
We just can't stop talking about the young players. I mean, I'm just blown away by how good Lekovic is. I mean, she is outstanding. One of the many youngsters. We were talking about Villa of Italy.
Yep.
She didn't even get in the game today. What happened there? The young player. Remember earlier today?
You commentated that, I didn't.
Weren't you watching and listening?
No, I was at lunch.
Okay, move over. Put Mark back on.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to be quiet and listen to Miguel Mendez.
Cuando se para el juego, cuando paren el juego para acabar en este directo aquí, sabemos las normas aquí, pero igual esto un poquito más, ¿no? Más de colapso ahí. Que vean esta es lo que está pasando aquí, ¿vale? Que no vean un camino fácil ahí al aro. Nos colapsamos y volvemos.
Sí, hay un alero que se está yendo al otro lado y esa es la que nos tenemos que quedar.
Claro, pero esta se va al lado contrario, pisar pintura, un bien pintura.
Es la 25, seguro he ido show, yo puedo ir under.
Well, it's been the Conde show, and I'm a big fan because she has stepped up in oh so many ways, shooting the jumper, getting to the rack. She's got 12 points so far, and Spain, Vamos, needed her because somebody had to step up, and I'm happy to see it's her 36 to 27. Can Montenegro just chip away in this last 2 minutes, 15 seconds? As Conde, look, 0 points yesterday, 0%, that's donuts across the board. And then today, like you said, a whole new player with 12 points already in this half. That's unbelievable, that stat. 0 points yesterday. And they wonder why they lost. Just keeping it 100. Anyway, Montenegro in a 2-3 zone.
And Spain able to inbound it. Great defense yet again, but Spain don't give up, and Gil gets it back. Boy, Mack with her shot blocking ability, as well as Jovanovic, it has to be said. And Casas misses right at the end. That was a must-stop situation for Montenegro, and they did stop.
Now a timeout for Montenegro to maybe draw up a good play and figure it out. They did just have a timeout, but anyway. So Coach Scarovich.
Bojana, Mek, Mirica, Zorana, Maria. Over the screen, pass, set the screen, and we try to pass the ball here. Now with this, they want to front you, okay? Zorana, raširi ovdje. They want to front you, let them. Bojana, open, pass, high-low game. If they help, pass to Zorana here, take the shot. Shoot. Okay? Ajmo ljudi! Jako! Svi!
We've been begging Conde to turn up. Who we do need to beg now is Mac. I think she just needs to be a little bit assertive. She has 4 points in this first half, but just a little bit timid, in my opinion. Isn't being assertive, isn't being strong. Grab those rebounds, put the ball back up. Obviously, she has that blocking ability, but Montenegro need her also.
Be an interesting research study as to what is it that makes Conde tick, because she's ticking tonight. She wasn't ticking on opening night yesterday. If she can come out with this type of fire and concentration, she is such a difference maker for Spain that all of a sudden they become a factor again in the conversation about teams that are contending for spots on the podium. So Montenegro turned it over. Cazorla, I think, is another player that Spain need to get going. She's got it. She gets it to Carrera. Long jump shot. Too good of a shot to pass up for her, I guess.
Yeah, and Montenegro staying in the zone. 3 possessions in a row now.
Carrera. Tough defense on Mac. And Mac kind of forced that one up. To put it mildly, the understatement of the world. Conde. Another one, 15 points for Maria Conde. Have you got enough room here, Zania?
I'm trying to relax, enjoy the game. I need space to talk. Anyway, Montenegro need to answer here.
Radonjic passes to Lekovic. No look pass to Mac. Lekovic is doing it all.
Actually, youngster.
She is 19. If she is good enough, she is old enough.
Yeah. And it doesn't matter how old you are when you get put in the game. You need to be ready.
The 2-3 zone. Can Spain solve it? Well, Conde's been hitting the jumper. She's posting up on the wing right now. Here is a 3 from Casas. And Scarovich can't quite believe it. She's thinking, well, they couldn't hit anything last night, and now they're hitting everything against us. 13-point advantage for Spain. Montenegro want to get the last points. Big possession. Lekovic. And the foul on Casas as Spain had one to give. Smart basketball. I've got no complaints with Spain's approach tonight. Their performance is night and day from what we watched yesterday. Just 2 seconds left. What's the play? Lekovic is going to inbound it. Kovacevic gets it back to Lekovic. Too late. Well, a lot of work for Spain to do, and I think it's safe to say that Montenegro have suffered a Spanish backlash tonight. Spain lead it 42-29 at halftime.
Well, a completely different Spain from yesterday. Let's get over it. It's today, and I'm thankful that they've turned up. Here's the percentage. They haven't got to the free throw line, though, but they have been well. 8 from 12. They've been shooting a good clip from the three-point line, shooting 67%. Winning the rebounding 17-13. Assist game looking good, too. Have turned over the ball 4 times to Montenegro's 1, but pretty low. Conde has been the lady of the hour. 15 points off the bench. Lekovic also leading all scorers for Montenegro. Here are the second quarter best plays.
I mean, Montenegro haven't, I don't think they've played badly.
They haven't.
It's just that Spain have played much better.
Yeah, and also finally Spain are hitting shots. They weren't yesterday, and we've seen Scarovich. They obviously went into the zone here. Uvina pretty much open wide. We've seen Casas shoot an open wide 3-point shot. Conde open, and that's kind of what you're giving if you're shooting, if you're going to play the 2-3 zone, you know. And Obviously, Skerovic kind of was like, well, we've got to give up something. But I'm so happy to see Spain playing their style of basketball, and they should go into the locker room feeling confident and now just build on this lead that they've started in the first half.
So some of the other numbers that, if you wanted to highlight, 8 points off turnovers for Spain, 7 for Montenegro. I mean, the big difference, we talked about how Spain's bench needs to step up. They've got 25 points out of their 42 from the bench. I mean, their bench has scored almost as many points as Montenegro all night.
Yeah, and that's been through Conde and Uvina, Casas. They've been great.
You need character. You need chemistry.
FIBA Basketball World Cup is the peak of the game.
It's the toughest competition in the basketball world to win.
That is why I will be there.
Because when you win for one,
You win for all.
Of the orchestra.
Wow.
Here in the fourth quarter, how about that? Picks the pocket is Vukoslevjevic, and she goes all the way. And it's going to be an and one.
On to Messerman. Messerman, huge amount of advantage against Barron. Belgium with an 8-point lead and really dominating the game right now.
And now another steal. This one from Zandolosini, the Italian defense, coming to the fore. Oh, behind the back pass. Feel it to Zandolosini. One of the plays of the game. They want to get it all for you, kidding me? Are you kidding me? Not be denied, driving to the basket, and now has an and one, an exceptional finish. Good D from Italy. Missing that layup. Here's Spriatico. Snell on the three.
And when Italy are playing at pace, they look so much better. They look so much more confident when they try and slow the game down and get in the half court.
Great defensive effort. President just got over the top. Anderson in transition, it's a real threat. Puts up the floater for two, took all the contact and still got it to drop. He's got to put it up. And off the glass, they count the three. And at the end of the first quarter, on the back of the last second shot,
That's a beautiful handle. Stops on a dime, puts the ankle breaker onto Spanarova and finishes it. Sims looks to go down the baseline again. Goes the long way. That's great hands. Quick hands by Manunga. Out in transition behind the back by Van Loo. Razamon can do everything here in Tel Aviv.
Replay, because this was razzle dazzle here. Look, Fates goes behind the back.
Well, looking at the top score for Spain and top scores for Spain and for Montenegro tonight, Lekovic, we've been singing her praises tonight, and she has come out and delivered in a very difficult moment for Montenegro, who, again, I don't think they've played that badly. They're playing the Spain team that is number 4 in the FIBA World Ranking tonight, not the Spain team that looked nothing like that yesterday against Latvia. And Lekovic is the real deal. She's raising eyebrows with this performance.
Yeah, she's done really well, coming out strong. And you know what? Who cares if you're young, wild, and free? If as long as you can play and get buckets, you can play anytime, and you just build the trust of Skerovic. But who else has come to play off the bench? Conde, a whole new player. She had 0 points, a whole donut, and today she's come in 15 huge points, 3 from 3 and 3 from 3 from the three-point line. She is perfect, 100% from the field, and it's exactly what Spain demanded. Probably they probably got a stern talking.
Do you think that they told her, Maria, if you don't come out and light it up in the first half, when you come into the game, you're on the slow boat home across the Mediterranean tomorrow?
Yeah, maybe.
Because she's played like it.
Yeah, but I think they all knew, and I think as a competitor and an athlete, you would be disappointed. You've come in here as number 4 in the rankings. You've come in power rankings, number 1 in the tournament, the favorite to win, and then you lose in the first game. Okay, luckily it's the group stage, and you can afford to take the first L now than later, and I think it's the best time to take it, because then you can really bounce back, and they have. And that's kind of what you need in a tournament. You have to have a short-term memory, because they lost last night, and you got to come back the very next day and perform.
That's a great point. And you've lived through how many of those types of tournaments?
Yeah, I've played 3 EuroBasket.
How difficult is it to change the chip and to forget it?
Quick. You got to go to sleep. You got to rest. You got to eat. And you just kind of got to change some few things, you know. Listen, as you get a little snack on the side, I love that. What they were not yesterday was they weren't aggressive, they weren't assertive, they got beat up. That's something that's not like, hey, you got to make 3-point shots and score. That's just your mentality. That's something that you can go to sleep, eat, rest, ice, and come back a new day.
And wasn't it interesting? That was the very subject that they talked about tonight in the post-game press conference, Latvia.
Yeah.
They said we didn't come out ready for the second half. And my question is, how can you not come out ready for the second half? Because that's when Greece took control. Greece did come out ready in the second half. You got to bring it. And I think, like watching Belgium, we keep talking about Belgium. That's when they know you can't switch it off. You're not allowed to switch it off.
But the thing is, their coach told them at halftime, and I love this about them, and it was lucky we had the microphone into his huddle, and he said, hey, let's not go to sleep right now. Let's not disrespect this team. Let's make sure we come out and perform, and I really appreciated that. And that is great. To remind your team, okay, we're up, but don't disrespect any team. This is the EuroBasket. Anyone can beat you. And it's a game of 2 halves, right? We saw the game before. Masulas was 2 from 4, couldn't make a basket. She comes out after halftime and goes for 22 points in the second half. We've got to be ready there.
So Maria Conde, really the story of the night for Spain. And you go back and you look at the great players in Spanish basketball history. Let's go back as far as Amaya Valdemoro.
Yeah.
I remember Marta Fernandez having that big game at the EuroBasket 2003 in Greece, helping them get to the Olympics to win the 3rd place game. Sancho Little, yeah, one of the greats. But you come forward with Marta Jargai. But the one thing I'll say about Conde is that she battles consistency, yet when she's on, she's about as beautiful and graceful a player that you've ever seen play for Spain. I mean, she is soaring in for those layups, full extension.
Yep.
She's just making those 3-pointers. She's running. She's assertive. I guess you could argue also that Torrens is that type of player.
But you know what? the Spanish are, Jeff. They're an emotional team. If you hit them first,
Yeah, you're right.
you kind of get them on the back foot. But if they come out, hit a few shots, they're vamos, they're punch in the air, they feel good. And that's what you kind of have got. You've got two tells yesterday. Latvia put the physicality on them and made them lose their kind of identity, but
character.
momentum, yeah.
Right.
And they love a hurrah moment, and that was it. They've got it right now, and hopefully they can carry it on in the third.
Well, no, I mean, listen, we're neutrals, and I'm fully behind Lekovic and Montenegro as well. I want to see a great game. Montenegro have certainly battled tonight, and the three teams that advanced in this group, where they're going to earn it.
Oh, 100% we're neutrals, because you know what I love is a good basketball game. I hate blowouts, so I need Montenegro to come back and have and dig away at this lead and give us a good treat. We've been having great games this whole tournament, and this is what's so fantastic about the women's EuroBasket. Dare to dream, dare to be different, and dare to be fantastic. And really, Montenegro have their first win. The pressure is on Spain.
What is our all mystery, our all perplexing, who's on our all perplexing team? I would have to say that Pasic is on there because she hasn't played. Boscana from Greece hasn't played. We didn't see that coming.
No. Right.
The coaches know better than we do. But all of them have to be ready when their number is called, right?
Yeah.
So Miguel Mendez, who has flipped the switch on the Spain team after yesterday talking to his team.
We're not going to stand up this quarter to commentate? Or are you going to sit down?
I don't want to block the view of the people behind us.
Oh, I thought you were going to get your steps in. Okay.
I'll do that later after I finish this dessert.
Okay, let's listen in.
Mučko, vas pjesme gore, vas pristi dolje. Pričajte o vima gore ovdje, okej? Možete skoreći igrač 4, 2, 3, 5.
Go ahead and scan and download your EuroBasket app. I have it on my phone, keeps you up to date with all the latest games. And also you get to watch the games also. There were some fantastic games all day. I know Germany was playing.
What I like about that app is that it updates the scores pretty, constantly, so you know what's going on.
Germany beat Slovenia.
That's right.
In Slovenia,
yep.
Slovenia's out.
No, they're 0-2. They can finish 1-2.
I don't know. They've got France tomorrow.
It's not looking good.
No, and they're the home nation, and they've got all the fans. Anyway.
Second half action underway here in Tel Aviv. Montenegro trailing by 13 points against Spain. They start with possession. Mack going up against Carrera and pulls her way up and in. That's what they need from their naturalized player from the United States.
Almost stay in this zone. Montenegro.
Great job, Carrera, getting inside that zone. Passed it back out. Spain trying to get that rhythm back that they were in before halftime came. Oh, nice block from Mack. The Mack attack is back. Now, Bojovic bounced pass to Mack, and she's blocked by Cazorla, but the foul, the whistle is called.
Well, we saw Montenegro come out in the first quarter very strong. Here comes Mack. She had 3 blocks today. Add that one to a collection. And then this is a tough move. She needed that. And then she goes to the free throw line now and hits it. We saw Montenegro in the first quarter in this game come out, hit their first 3 shots. And then you see here in this first 45 seconds, they've hit 2 shots and then 2 free throws and cut away at this lead right away. We spoke about just now, hey, you need to come out ready in this third quarter of Spain.
And you wonder how long it'll be before we see Conde. Torrens comes out, misses. And the ball goes out of bounds. So a little bit nervous. You know, don't forget, Montenegro did lead early in the game. They scored the game's first 4 points, and then Torrens hit a 3.
2 threes. She hit back-to-backs.
But we're seeing some good toughness right now. Good toughness by Montenegro, mental toughness. Mack. Oh, look at her spin. Look at her get to the rim, but she missed the shot. Jovanovic, though, gets the rebound. Mujovic drives in, she misses. And Mack batting it into the hands of Torrens, Alba Torrens. And Uvinia. Vucetic goes off 1 foot and makes it. And how soon does Miguel Mendez need a timeout? His team was up 13. Now it's 42-35.
Montenegro has come out, with great energy. They've got the stops that they needed. Go ahead, Jeff. And then a foul on Torrens. She put both hands. And look at this move. I love this. The fake, the up and under, the step. Love that.
Mendez gets the timeout now. But that's kind of the challenge, isn't it? You go to halftime, you know, you're in your stride, then you got to stop. Let's listen.
En azul tenemos que empezar en un lado y acabarla en la siguiente. Entonces, salga el pase que salga, podemos continuar, de sacar el balón, ¿vale? Entramos ahí para girar y jugar una diagonal. Si no va diagonal y va al mismo lado, lo mismo. Desde aquí, pivot, entramos conectados, no entréis antes del tiempo para que esta entre aquí y conectar con la base, para ponerla al lado contrario y hacer lo mismo. Estamos en llegada 1 y 2 abajo. Y cuando juguemos vueltas, mirad las continuaciones dentro también. ¿Está? Hay un sitio donde no podemos pararnos, y es aquí. Y están teniéndolo fácil. Americana va sobre derecha. Tratar de anticipar ahí el 1 por 1 de la 11.
Well, here's Montenegro. I think what you were saying, Jeff, is obviously they had all the momentum in the first half, Spain, and then obviously half time happens. You have the little rest, and then it's a new half, and it's a new half for Mack. Natasha Mack attack, as you would say, comes out early, gets that layup, and then those 2 free throws and cuts the lead.
I love this from Montenegro. I mean, they were being pushed, much like we saw Greece get it together at halftime. It looks like we're seeing signs of that now from Montenegro. Spain have got a real fight on their hands. And Aldergill going for the steal. Jovanovic steps up, and it's a 3. And Montenegro has started this half on a roll.
Well, you know what that means. She's tied with Frida Elderbrink with 49. Behind the arc, 3-point shots.
Another miss, and Zivkovic at midcourt gets it to Jovanovic. They have closed the gap to just 2 points. 11-0 run to start the second half.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible.
And Uvinia misses, and now Spain starting to resemble a little bit more the side that we watched against last night on offense. Mujovic for 3, and that would have put him in front. But Jovanovic with the offensive rebound, and that's a hugely important development for Montenegro, because that's where they beat Greece yesterday, getting those offensive boards. Jovanovic again, short. She heard you talking about the 3-pointers. She's trying to get there. Aldergill thought about it and then thought better of it. Leonor Rodriguez. Ball batted. Here's Gill. And Zivkovic with the foul.
And here's the push. Jovanovic out to the races, and now we're seeing, I wouldn't say a different Montenegro. They've been solid like this yesterday, but what we have seen is just they turned up the heat in this third quarter.
They needed to raise their game. Gill, and look at Mack, the length again. forces the turnover. And Vucinic, she kicks the basketball and turns it over, being hounded by Uvinha.
What I would like to see is Pereira, number 14, in the zone. She's in that nice soft spot in the free throw area, and she's not looking to score. She's looking to pass. Cut in there, shoot your 15-footer.
I mean, is this zone really a problem for Spain?
Clearly. Look, she's standing in there. She's cutting in there.
Uvinha from the right. They've got to get Conde in. They're going to bring in Dominguez.
Yeah.
It's only a 2-point game. I'm surprised he's not getting Conde off the bench. Before she goes cold. Williams. Good D from behind by Raquel Carrera. Now the defense revving it up a little bit for Spain. Rodriguez up to Turin. Oh, what a finish. And the funny thing with Rodriguez is, yes, known for that offensive game when she started playing for this national team, but really it's her defense, the toughness that she's bringing. Zivkovic gets it to Mack. Mack, attack.
2-point game. Different energy in this third quarter. And Montenegro stay in this zone because it's clearly causing Spain a little bit of trouble.
Turin's. Again, they can knot it, or they can take the lead. Look at the spin. Mujovic gets blocked by Laura Gil. Now on the open floor, Uvinha's good here. Gets it, goes through the hands of Rodriguez. Did she throw it too far behind her, or is that one that Rodriguez should have caught?
Not too sure, it happened so quickly, but this is the block from Laura Gil. That's what she is known as, is the defensive player. And a good hustle by Zivkovic to stick with that to Mack. 2-point game. We have ourselves a fantastic women's basketball game, the last of the day.
Kovacevic in the game, and look at Carrera hustling to the ball. It's a 2-on-2. What's Carrera going to do?
Nothing. She's not looking aggressive at all, in my opinion.
Into the corner, Rodriguez. She puts it on the deck, gets to the paint. Turin from the right. Okay, she missed the previous trip down from the left. But Turin's, because of that confidence and self-belief, she's not afraid to put it up the next time.
Oh yeah. Torrance isn't scared of a shot. She hasn't turned down a shot she doesn't like, and that one is nothing but net. And she was tough in the first half, and she knew her team needed her, and she's come out when Montenegro have just made a push. Let's listen in to the timeout.
Maria, pass ball. Kuchko, Sebe, Dragana, you are here. Bojana, open for the ball. Pass. Mara, you are here. Dragana, I don't want to screen. When she starts here, I want you to go here, okay? And now, Bojana. Maria, come. Pass for back. One down. I need a shot. This is a V.
Well, Torrance definitely needed to hit this because it was a 13-2 run until she hit this. And really could have been an and 1. She's the only person scored in this third. She's got all 5 points, but Montenegro came out strong. 13 points to cut away at the lead, 11 for Torrance. But we still got ourselves a game.
This Montenegro team has got real possibilities in this FIBA Women's EuroBasket, especially if they win this game. Lekovic has come back in, the 19-year-old, the sensation that performed so well in the first half. Also played well against Greece. Now Mack down low. Lekovic gets in the paint, stops, spins, puts it up. I mean, I'll tell you what, there must be clubs all over Europe, and dare I say across the Atlantic, that are watching her play right now because she's got it.
And the zone stays for Montenegro. It is working for them.
Gil. Dominguez. Gil from the baseline. 3-point game. Here she goes again. Levkovic, fearless, but then misses the layup. She's made tougher shots. Rodriguez for three, and you can count it. And she wanted the referee to stop play so she could tie her shoe.
She gets it done in time.
I think that was good sportsmanship by Scarovich. She told her team to hold up while she tied her shoe.
They double her and they get the turnover Spain needs. You know what I liked about Spain on that last offensive possession? They got the rebound and they pushed it, so it didn't have, Montenegro didn't have time to set up on their zone, so they had to fall back into a man-to-man. They have Rodriguez here, wide open. Difference. If you want to beat the zone, you've got to run in transition. Because now look, they're set up in it, they're big.
Good observation. Conde right off the bench. Well, it's okay to be confident, but right off the bench, maybe on your first touch, a little too early. 6-point lead for Spain. Levkovic takes the bump.
Oh, I like her, Jeff.
Yeah, she's feisty, isn't she?
More and more, she is taking the challenge. The young buck versus the vet.
I'm just going to throw this out there. I mean, she's my favorite young player here.
What did you say she was?
19.
19 versus the Dominguez. There's a fine wine.
Dominguez.
36, yeah, she's 36. 5-point game, and Montenegro aren't backing down. They're here for a fight.
No, and I give a lot of credit to Scarovich. Zivkovic, believe it or not, has not scored tonight. She's on the bench. Mack also resting. She'll be needed back on the court as soon as possible. They're still in the zone. Clearly, they believe that's their best chance of winning.
That's better. Carrera, sorry.
Let's not get it. The fall.
Carrera. But you see what I mean? She's not looking at the basket. She's not looking to score. You have to be in that little soft spot in the zone. I need her to step up.
Levkovic, she's not afraid.
And somebody who is stepping up is the young one. We love you. Well done. Goes back into the 2-3 zone.
13 points. She's got a team high.
Montenegro trying to make a run.
Oh, tough finish from Rodriguez.
Great finish. Good answer.
They tried to close it off. She was able to knife her way in there. She's getting hard points.
Yeah, I love that answer from her.
Final minute, the third quarter. Levkovic pulling all the strings right now for Montenegro. Now the veteran Jovanovic, guarded by Conde. Steps back, it looks good. It is good! They pulled it within one.
Well, Jeff, you know what that means? 53 pointers. She's beating the record. Freedom.
She has beaten it?
Yeah.
What an achievement. Dominguez. And now Montenegro can take the lead here in the final 17 seconds of this third quarter. What a battle. What mental toughness Montenegro have shown. And Levkovic fouled. They had one to give, so with 7.2 seconds, good foul by Dominguez. Here, Scarovich, the former point guard of Montenegro, calling the plays from the sidelines. Here's Levkovic. Shot clock about to expire, the game clock rather, and Jovanovic able to get the shot off, but doesn't score with the turnaround. And Montenegro have battled their way right back into it. 1 quarter remaining, and Spain clinging to a 52-51 lead over Montenegro. There you go.
So there's the stats. And still no free throws at the end of the third for Spain on 0%, but they're getting Montenegro's 91 and they're shooting 48 from the 3. And then also here are the third quarter best plays. Thank you very much. I think it's been all Montenegro. They have done a fantastic job. They came out feisty. And at one point, they went on a beautiful run. They really changed the momentum, put Spain back on their back foot. And now they're only down 1, 51-52. And anything can happen. And that lady there, Jovanovic, has beaten the all-time three-point scoring in EuroBasket with 50. She has been playing for a long time. She's played every Montenegro game. But I need to know, does Spain have an answer to Montenegro's 2-3 zone? They've really slowed them down, made them have to think. And also, nobody's crashing the boards to get a rebound. This is the only easy, if you say easy, because she pretty much had to get a really tough shot. That was the only look that they had, and Torrance's 3, that looked good.
Well, it's put up or shut up time for Spain. They won the first quarter, 19-14. They won the second quarter, 23-15. But Montenegro have stormed back, outscoring them 22-10 in the third quarter, and it is a 1-point game. So also in the game for Montenegro is Zofia Zivajevic, number 4, at the top of that zone. Conde in, Rodriguez in, Ginzo in, Gil, quick pass to Ginzo, and over to Conde, and she makes another 3. She just needs a little bit of time to warm up to get back in the flow.
Yeah, but that's what they're going to live by, right, Montenegro? They're closing up the paint, and at first, Spain weren't making those shots as they lose the ball.
And defense wins games, and this time it's Rodriguez coming up in Spain with forcing the turnover. Conde with 18 points, a game high. Dominguez over to Conde. He set, but too long that time. And Gil, it happened so quickly, I'm not sure if she got the steal or if the ball just fell to her.
Nope, she stole it.
Yeah, that's what she does, Laura Gil. We're seeing classic Laura Gil tonight. Lead goes back to 6.
Yeah, she's been real solid. 6 points.
This is an interesting time in the game, and she's going to bring her out. I was thinking to have Zivajevic. I mean, she's obviously a great talent, but she's going to go out, as is Stepanovic, and the more veteran Zivkovic and Vucetić comes in.
Mujovic, number 11.
Well, it's because I guess she could play both Mujovic and Lekovic at the same time. Zivkovic from the baseline, that's long. Here goes Rodriguez, look at her. Intelligent basketball. The way she's playing, boy, what a terrific play by Zivkovic to step in there and prevent the pass. And they get another steal. So Montenegro have 3 steals. Spain have 8. Lekovic drives in. Gosh, just breathtakingly good, this player.
Boy, I held my breath on that play. She is not afraid. She's absolutely taken on the challenge and is getting anything she wants to the rim, honestly.
Rodriguez to Gil. Boy, she takes a very tough shot. How in the world did she score that with the left hand, being nudged out of the paint? What a finish from Laura Gil.
Really demanded that ball down low.
Yeah, she is utterly inspirational. Look at this, now she reaches over and forces the ball out of the hands of Jovanovic. And this time it's Vucetic pushing Gil out of the paint. What a warrior, folks. I mean, Vucetic, terrific player, but Laura Gil just doing all of the dirty work, the hard work for Spain.
Yeah, and a timeout. And probably anyone needs the timeout is Laura Gil, because she's not getting subbed out. She's doing work on both ends, scoring down low on the post, and then getting her hands in there, getting the steal. Well, listen in. Well, the timeout's not ready, so you're just listening to me. I just think, no, we'll listen in fact.
Ej, znači, moramo da smirimo samo napad. We have to calm down in offense, okay? We are in a game and everything, but don't rush too much, okay? So slow down. Sad, we play one, but on this side, okay? Dragana, Bojana, okay? Učko. Pass, Maria cut, clear this side. Now watch this, Bojana. Bojana, when you receive the ball.
Here's a look back at this last sequence for Spain. This shot here is, it's not pretty, but it is, she's almost willing it in, isn't she?
Yeah.
I mean, look at this.
It doesn't have to be pretty.
What a great story she is.
Yeah, really. Spain should be thankful for her, because she was incredible yesterday, put up 20+ points, and then today is having to do it again.
Her toughness is off the charts.
She's just solid. She's consistent every time.
I hate to keep using superlatives, but she might just be the toughest player ever for Spain. The way she's played in this tournament and in the years before this. They come away with nothing on that trip, and now Montenegro down 6. What do they do?
Plenty of time.
Kovacevic passes the basket. She passes it outside to Zivkovic, who makes it. Well, she saved the best for last, that's for sure.
Well, a lovely fake to get the defense going one way into a jump shot. Lovely answer.
Her first bucket of the game. And nice turn from Genzo.
That's what I want, Jack.
She saved the best for last as well.
I got excited. That's the shot that you need to get into that little soft part of the zone, the 15-footer. Thank you. You finally heard my prayers.
It's moments like these where teams grow up. And Kovacevic trying to pass it. It's knocked out of bounds. 4.7 seconds remain. Great work from Genzo. She goes out, and I don't know, Carrera's gonna, so Genzo's gonna stay in. Carrera comes in, and Laura Gil goes out. Boy, that's, I would imagine, just for like a minute.
Barely. Just to get a quick drink and a breather.
Vucetic for 3, and missed everything.
Well, a good defensive possession for Spain.
We can't forget about Conde. Rodriguez hands it off. Look at that. Genzo stayed in the game, and Rodriguez, the playmaker.
Yeah, Rodriguez is doing a good job driving and making the defense have to guard her and think.
Kovacevic turns, puts it up, gets the rebound back, goes in. Oh, they're going to call an offensive foul. That's a tough call, I think, on Kovacevic. She definitely, that's, well, you can see why she did it, yeah. Carrera, the pass, Conde. Go! Conde!
Much better in the zone now, up to 10 points in the lead. Doing it much better. They finally figured it out, how to attack it.
Zivkovic pulls the dribble up. Shot clock about to expire. Lekovic. And nice sportsmanship by Zivkovic. Check out on Rodriguez. They has been tickling the twine today.
Hugs around because they know she's played incredible.
Lekovic out of the game. Terrific performance by her for the second straight day, the 19-year-old. Here's Conde. Pulls up at the elbow. Able to save it. Gives it to Rodriguez. Puts up a tough shot, and she is fouled by Jovanovic. 4.5 minutes to go.
Good rebound, second shot for Spain. Something good always comes out of when you can rebound and give your team a second look. And Rodriguez has really been the answer to me, Jeff, in the zone. She's managing to drive, get into soft spots in the zone, dish, shoot layups. She's been the critical answer to crack the code of the zone.
Rodriguez off target with the first. There's nothing, not a more welcome sight really than missed free throws for a team that's trailing, but she does make the second. Kovacevic barely able to get it in bounds to Vucetić. Vujovic steps back from the arc.
It was about to be a highlight if she hit that. Montenegro needs to just keep cutting away. Remember, margins are important.
Absolutely, they can't stop. I don't think there's any danger of that happening. Conde. And again, great hands by Vucetić. Casas watching most of the second half from the bench. I don't think that's an indictment against her play. It's just Mendez is going with what he's got. It's working. Vujovic dribbles left. Shot clock about to expire. That's never a good sign. You're trailing, and you don't even get a shot off until the end of the shot clock, and it's not.
Yeah, Montenegro's.
It's not a good shot.
Yeah, offense really dried up.
Rodriguez feeds it for three. How outstanding has she been?
Lead opens up. Spain can really break this open. Get the win with a lot of points. Could be big.
Unbelievable, 14-point advantage for Spain. Montenegro going cold here at the end. Genzo. It's go time for Montenegro. They need to cut into this deficit. At bare minimum, they want to go on a run at the end of the game. Vujovic. Mack battling for position. Jovanovic. There's Mack for the rebound, but misses with the putback. And you remember how they're on top of Greece, but Greece were able to claw back that deficit. They've got to do that to Spain, but the lead now grows to 16 points. It's all going horribly wrong in this fourth quarter. 19-4, Spain have outscored Montenegro in the fourth.
It's like Skerovic has kind of given up a little bit, hasn't called a timeout, and it's going.
Look at Carrera diving in.
Worse and worse, Jack.
Yesterday, Montenegro wanted it so badly, and tonight you have to say that it's Spain that has wanted it just that little bit more. And Conde over to Ginzo, and another one. Well, Spain again revealing themselves as a team that surely does have possibilities. Maybe they didn't deserve the #1 spot in the FIBA. What was it? The
Power rankings.
The power rankings, that's it. Well, I'm not going to criticize anybody for making those. You got to pick somebody, but.
Yeah, but why not Serbia, who won it last?
Yeah, you could have.
Anyway, it doesn't matter, because it doesn't matter where you're ranked, which position you are, you've got to come here and play. We saw an upset yesterday with Latvia.
Hey, listen, Spain still got work to do tomorrow, and all the teams do. Panovic, here is driving in with Doncic. I think there'll be some high fives after this game for Spain, but I don't think you're going to celebrate too much. Ginzo passes it back outside. Carrera drives in, finishes like we know that she can. 6 points for her.
And just like that, in a blink of our eye, 20-point lead. Incredible.
Well, they've outscored them 23-4 in this fourth quarter. You know, the zone helped Montenegro get back in the game. But in the end, Spain were good enough, and I think you really owe a lot to Gil, to Rodriguez, for how she's performed in the second half.
Yeah, Rodriguez was really the answer to the zone. Torrance hit her shots when needed. Like Sergio was incredible.
Dominguez. Another three-pointer, this by Quevedo, so even she gets the feel.
But you see what I mean, the momentum swing, when you feel good, shots just go in. The rim gets bigger and bigger, and everything you just put up there goes in.
So the final seconds ticking off the clock. Lekovic, and Ravini doesn't want to give anything away. And Lekovic, the defense was so good that she couldn't even get the shot off. What a performance. You know, Montenegro really made a game of it, and then Spain just turned it on in the fourth quarter. Spain are back in it. They win it 78-57 over Montenegro.
Well, a well-earned rest day for both of these teams. 2 games back-to-back. It's so difficult if you're not an athlete. You don't understand how grueling it is. It takes you, usually when you play a game, you have a day off in regular season. The national team is not the case. It's a lot of games in a short period of time, so no doubt both these teams, as Montenegro clapped to the crowd, that they'll need that day off. Spain, incredible, great comeback, a fantastic win for them. They were a whole different team. In the first half, really looked so much better. Montenegro came back with their answer here. The stats not making it to the free throw line as much, but they shot 50% from the three, a big percentage that really helped them. Rebounding game pretty even across the board, but 25 big assists. They did turn over the ball 10 times. And then Conde, a whole new woman, and we've seen that many, many times before, her coming out and playing well with 20 points. Torrance with the next leading scorer. So here are your fourth quarter best players.
Well, feast your eyes on this. And Conde, probably on balance, you have to say she was the player of the game, just purely on numbers.
Yeah, 20 points. and off the bench.
Yeah, I thought for some reason I was thinking she actually had more than 20, but at one point it said 21, but now they've 20. Must have had the foot on the line on one of her threes.
Maybe.
But yeah, 6 rebounds, but it was not just, it was the way she went after it, the way you could see that she really set the tone and helped them build that lead. Young Lekovic was, there's a lot to like about Lekovic. I'll say that 10 times. She's going to be a great player. Finished with 15 points. Did turn over 4 times. Gil just continues to be the rock.
Yep, that's a great word to describe her.
That Spain rely on. And Zivkovic only had the 2 points. The only shot she took in the game.
Really?
Yeah, and then you've got Ginto. Just so many positives for Spain tonight that everybody was able to do something positive.
Yeah, and I think maybe Montenegro stayed in the zone too long. Maybe they should have changed it up. Obviously, it was working in the third, and in the fourth, it just really fell apart. And maybe that's when you change your defenses just to keep Spain off balance. I think if you're scouting that, you can see, wow, you can't go to that zone, but then they start to really pick it apart, and they blew the lead right open. Excuse me, I can't talk. I've been here 12 hours, but it's been a fantastic day here in EuroBasket. I've enjoyed all 4 games today.
I have as well, but you know you're looking forward to hitting the sack tonight. I can tell you're tired.
Yeah.
Just because you've been working hard.
Yeah, 2 days in a row, 8 games. It's been incredible. So I'm ready for a day or two. Come back on Sunday.
Well, Quevedo getting her taste of good feeling. It's all good for Spain again, but still they got to put this win behind them, maybe try to get some confidence from it, but you know, get that focus, get that tension, get that confidence going. They had it tonight. They've got to bring it every game, or else it's not going to be a good result. That applies to all teams. So these are the standings after the 73-65 win for Greece over Latvia. Spain winning 78-57 over Montenegro. 4 1-1 teams, and Montenegro, despite the great start, find themselves in 4th place. Well, Montenegro came, they had high expectations, but Spain, the real Spain, the Spain that we saw reign, they came to play tonight, and they are right back in it.